All right. All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our regular meeting. It's July 8th. We're going to start with the Pledge of Allegiance, and my mouse is dead. Travis, could you lead us, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Travis. All right, let's go for roll call.
Commissioner District 1, Randy Netherland.
I am here.
Commissioner District 2, Pat Tarswell.
Here.
Commissioner District 3, Sharon Traps.
I'm here. Let's move on to, I'm trying to find my mouse on my computer, it's gone. Move on to item number 4, correspondence and organizational business. Do we have correspondence?
The Washington State Liquor and Cannabis Board sent notice of special occasion license application for Harstein Island Community Club. Public Utility District number 3 sent notice of planned power outage for the Tahuya Peninsula area. Comcast sent notice of changes to Xfinity TV services. The United States Army Corps of Engineers sent notice of application for Department of the Army permits to harvest clams and oysters in Hood Canal in Liberty Bay. The Washington State Liquor and Cannabis Board also sent notice of liquor license application for Belfair Gas and Mini. And the Department of the Interior sent notice of issued payments under the Payments in lieu of Taxes program.
All right, great. Let's move on to item number 5. This is our open forum for citizen input. We invite people to come up, speak to us. Each person will have 3 minutes, 15-minute total, and we will start in the room. Oh, when you're standing up, please state your name and where you're from. Start in our room.
Dean Jewett, lifelong Mason County, Shelton, Washington resident. Let's chat about Community Lifeline a little bit. So I did a public records request and I got sent to me twice, so thank you. And I only requested it once, so anyway. The county and or whatever gave grants to Community Lifeline for a couple different things. They have a water system that they had to put in to increase their bed space from 35 to 55. And then they also had fire suppression systems installed, I believe, by Viking contractor. So when you go and you look at the SOWs and the scope of works that they have, it clearly states that Community Lifeline, or the contractor, which is Community Lifeline, is financially liable for up to 10 years if the building is sold. So I want to make sure that everybody in this room is aware of it, that Dave Wyndham's aware of it, that the Board of Health is aware of it, Todd Parker, that a citizen had to bring this to your guys' attention versus a department that should have already. There's hundreds of thousands of dollars of our tax dollars at stake. And it clearly states, it's on one of the second ones, it's halfway down on the left-hand side, and it states that they are physically and financially responsible if they sell the building within 10 years from the completion of the work, which that's only just a handful of years ago. So I would hope that we pick that up and we get that funding back into our county coffers when that building sells. Funding. So we had a behavior board that recommended that we take our Mason County money and send it to Grace Harbor. I don't know all the particulars of this, but to me that is a ludicrous endeavor. There's not a legal standing that we have to follow what the board says. The board recommends. That doesn't mean that the council or the commissioners have to follow that. So I would highly recommend that we do not. Crossroads Housing is, if not the only one of the nonprofits in town that actually makes a huge difference. And to take away their funding and to give it to Grace Harbor with an acquaintance of department head, unacceptable. We had the mayor sitting on that board as well. So there was a grievance filed against Dave Wyndham and Todd Parker. There was a grievance filed against the mayor. Now all of a sudden the funding leaves Mason County. Not cool. I'd like to see a proactive approach on some of these RVs and stuff that we see floating around in the county. The city's starting to do it. We need it with the county as well. The city, last I heard, was gonna be paying almost $100,000 to clean up above the yacht club. Imagine what your county portion of that cleanup is gonna be as well. And that's after that, that the group that I was with for a little bit had already pulled 70, 80, 120,000 pounds of garbage off of that hill. So, that's not a very loud beeper.
I will get a bus man later one for you next.
Okay, all right, I got a whole bunch more. All right, thanks guys, I appreciate it.
Thanks, Steve. All right, anyone else in the room? How about our Zoom room? Do we have anyone in the Zoom room that would like to address the commission? All right, hearing none, we will move on to, unless you wanted to say.
No.
Nope, okay.
Wasn't brought up, I'll let you.
All right, let's move on to item number 6, adoption of the agenda.
Madam Chair, I move for approval and adoption of the agenda as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the agenda as presented. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Item number 7, approval of minutes.
Madam Chair, I move that we approve the minutes from June 23rd and June 30th, 2025, and briefing minutes and June 24th, 2025, regular meeting minutes.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the June 23rd and June 30th, 2025 briefing minutes and the June 24th, 2025 regular meeting minutes. Any discussion? I'll call for the vote. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Move on to item number 8, approval of our action agenda. Commissioners will read through each action agenda. Man, I'm going to have to slow down. Items can be removed for separate discussion and vote. Commissioner Netherland, if you could take items 8.1 and 8.2. Commissioner Tarswell, 8.3 and 8.4, and I'll take 8.5 and 8.6.
Madam Chair, item number 8.1 reads approval of warrants and treasurer's electronic remittance claims clearing fund. Warrant number 8113304 through 8113813. The amount $2,678,576.08. Direct deposit fund. Warrants number 117287 through 117698. The amount $957,955.01. Salary Clearing Fund, warrants number 7008972 through 7008997. The amount $664,779.60. Treasurer's electronic remittance is $301,369.26. Item number 8.2 reads approval for Public Works, Utilities and Waste Management to purchase Tyler Technologies Munis Enterprise Resource Planning, or ERP software, for water, sewer, and solid waste fund utilization.
Item 8.3, approval for the chair to sign the letter to the County Road Administration Board, CRAB, returning Rural Arterial Program, RAP, grant funding for County Road Project, CRP 2024, for the Shelton Valley Road Culvert Replacement Project from milepost 1.94 to milepost 2.06, with the corrected repayment amount of $3,764.64. Item 8.4, approval to nominate Jacqueline Early to the Pacific Mountain Workforce Development Board of Directors for a 3-year term expiring June 30th, 2028.
Item 8.5, approval to set a public hearing for Tuesday, August 5th, 2025 at 9:15 a.m. to take public testimony and consider amendments to Mason County Code Chapter 5.18, temporary outdoor public events, and to set a public hearing for Tuesday, August 19th, 2025 at 9:15 to deliberate and vote on said amendments. Item 8.6, approval of the letter to the City of Bremerton Mayor Greg Wheeler regarding ongoing discussions about Belfair sewer service. Commissioners, having read through the action agenda, are there any items you would like to be removed for separate discussion or vote? No. No. Anyone in our audience like anything removed for separate discussion or vote? Anyone in the Zoom room like anything remove for separate discussion or vote? All right, hearing and seeing none. How about,
Madam Chair, I move for approval of the action agenda as presented.
Second.
all right, we have a motion and a second to approve the action agenda as presented. Any discussion? No? I do want to thank those that volunteer for our committees. I'm on the Pack Mountain board, and it is full of amazing people. And so I want to thank our community for stepping up and helping do things for our county. And then also our staff. I know we don't recognize you guys enough and appreciate you guys enough. And I want to let you guys know that I appreciate you. And it's not, there's a lot that happens behind the scenes that kind of shows up here quick, and we go through it rather quickly. So I will call for the vote. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Great. Let's move on to item number 9. Other business. Do we have any department heads or elected officials that would like to say anything to the commission?
Yeah, real quick.
Could you address the fire up at Cushman also?
Yes, that's what I was going to.
Oh, thank you.
Pop off about.
Thank you.
Loretta Swanson, Public Works, Utilities and Waste Management Director. There is, as you know, Commissioners, an active fire up in the Lake Cushman area, the Bear Gulch Fire. And I wanted to let you know that we've been contacted by Incident Command, or I've got a message from Tammy anyway, to that effect. And we may be housing up to 50 folks to help with firefighting efforts up there at the Public Works facility. And that's about the extent of what I know. It's obviously an active situation, and they're aggressively going at it. And we may have lots of guests at the Public Works facility.
Right, great. And I do know that DNR is taking the lead on this one, right?
Since I have her up there, if you don't mind, I was gonna talk about it in my calendar, but I received a couple of phone calls before the weekend. Citizen and then from the fire department up in the Tahuti area. They had been worried about the fire dangers, but also all the people that were gonna come out there for their parade on the 5th. And they were trying to get a hold of Public Works, see if they could find a way to get it all mowed back and everything, but before they could get back to any of us, it was done. Not only was it done, it was cut back to where the fire department even called me to say that they removed a lot of the fire danger and the risk that they have out there, and that it looks absolutely spectacular. And they did it without having to go through all the hoops and everything. They just did it because they know it's coming, and we have a local group up there that knows the area and knows what's happening, and they did a spectacular job. And that comes as a compliment, and I was actually asked to specifically call their boss and tell them. So I did, and it looks like others did as well, and I just want to say thank you on behalf of my community for them coming up there and taking care of it in a manner that they did. Rod and his crew are always spectacular, and I get a lot of different phone calls in a positive manner because of them during the year, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. It can be tough keeping up with mowing this time of year.
Yeah.
It's like you're home, it's growing leaps and bounds, and you're mowing a lot more frequently than you care to, I'm sure. So definitely appreciate the crew and their great efforts.
And that other one I had asked you about, apparently, even though it was scheduled for August, but when he got home, he found that it had already been taken care of. And he called to say thank you to our staff
Awesome.
and everything. It got missed last year, it did not get missed this year, that's for sure.
Great, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Trying to get you through
We'll,
first.
we'll do the shuffle.
Good morning, Steve Dunkel, Mason County Auditor. I got 3 things for this morning. So ballots get sent out through the mail tomorrow, Wednesday, July 9th for the August primary. Want to encourage everybody to vote. If you have questions or issues, feel free to call the elections department. We'll help out however we can. Secondly, we're planning to upgrade the sensors in our ballot drop boxes, the GPS and heat sensors, to updated technology, and the cost for that upgrade will be just a little over $6,200, and we'll be covering that with the funds available through the Information Security Grant through the Office of Secretary of State. And lastly, with the close of June, our passport revenue for the county is just over $50,000, so we're right on track for our $100,000 target for additional revenue from passport service for the county. Any questions? That's what I got.
Thanks, Steve. It's good to offer that service, isn't it? Anyone else? All right, anyone in the Zoom room? All right, let's move on to, item number 10, we have no public hearings at this time. So let's move on to item number 11, boards, calendars, and reports. Commissioner Netherland, if you go first, Commissioner Tarswell, and then I'll follow.
I sure will. So this past week, we had a government affairs meeting that I went and spoke with for the North Mason Chamber. I had the SWAT walkthrough through the Skoke Valley. Me and Commissioner Tarswell both attended a SWAT open house up there. There was also the Reunification Day, which is spectacular, put on by our public defenders and stuff. But what a wonderful event that people get to attend. And we had executive sessions together for interviews. Coming up after this, we have executive sessions again. I will be speaking with a cancer support group tomorrow. I have a meeting with a clergy member here locally. I think we all will be meeting with them individually. Olympic Regional Clean Air Authority, Sheriff's Breakfast, Rotary, the Hunters Celebration of Life. I don't know if you will be attending that or not. I'll be attending the Port Allen meeting. Olympic Regional Clean Air Authority Finance Committee, League of Women Voters, I'm not sure if they're having a meeting, but if they are, I'll be there. Mason Transit Authority, North Mason Chamber of Commerce, Mount Moriah, and Allen Days. We'll be donating a bunch of clam chowder. 500 servings is what they asked for. What the heck?
Good for you.
Well, we have that 10 o'clock executive session, so all three of us will be involved in that. At 3 p.m. I have a MACECOM board meeting over at the port. Tomorrow I have criminal justice at 7 o'clock. Then we have an executive session tomorrow at 10. I have a IT steering committee at 1 and chamber after hours. And if I go back, Thursday, EDC meeting in the morning. Then I have next steps. Wow, that's hard for me to say. Collaboration meeting. Sheriff's lunch on Thursday, and then the North Mason Community Voice meeting. There'll be a group of us from the America 250 group putting on another play, the same one we did at Wild Irish on whatever the date was back then. But we'll be doing that, plus there's other events to get awareness for the 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence, a little over a year from now. Then at 11 o'clock I have a meeting with Daniel Palethorpe from Patty Murray's office. Then, let's see, next week we have regular briefing, then we have, I have a Thurston Mason Behavioral Health Conference. And a PAC meeting tomorrow, or next Monday, 6 o'clock. Then we have the regular commission meeting, we have Monday and Tuesday. That doesn't make any sense.
Briefing and regular meeting.
I think I jumped a line here. Anyway, then we have a Board of Health meeting at 11, so all three of us will be there. And then we have a meeting with the Kitsap EDC on Tuesday at 2:30. Then we will be probably, I think you're going, Commissioner Trask, we're going to the Wasack meeting up in Jefferson County, which will be Wednesday and Thursday next week. And Sheriff's Breakfast the following Friday. That pretty much covers my meeting. There's a few more in there, but too many to mention.
They pop up all the time. All right, so as the commissioners have stated, we will be entering into an executive session immediately, or well, at 10 o'clock today. I'm going to state the RCW so that everything is on record. The RCW is 42.30.1101G, qualifications of an applicant for public employment. That will be today at 10, and then also again tomorrow at 10. And tonight I have a Turning Point fundraising committee meeting. Tomorrow is a local emergency planning meeting. Our executive session of 2 Wasack meetings, one for Timber Counties and one for NACO. Then I will be having coffee with Patty Case. Haven't seen her in a while. She's pretty special. Thursday night Public Works Board tour of Lot, and if nobody knows what that is, that's the Lacey Olympia Tumwater Thurston Wastewater Treatment Center in Olympia. Pretty amazing. If you want to nerd out, go there because they've got some amazing pictures of bugs and stuff. Friday morning Public Works Board meeting in Olympia. Saturday is Fire District 12's Matlock Fire Games, and so I'm going to go out there and launch some ducks and play, probably not start any fires, but it'll be fun. Monday is our briefing, Wasack Virtual Assembly, possibly going to a meeting with Loretta. Meg is our new executive director at Turning Point, and we are going to celebrate her 1 year with us. She's doing an amazing job, and that'll be Monday night. We have Mason Transit meeting. My oldest grandson's birthday is Wednesday, not tomorrow, next Wednesday. Women's group meeting at Wild Irish. I think that's this week, unless it's been canceled. So don't put that on your calendar. Public Works Board Executive Committee meeting, NACO 2025 West Region meeting, Public Works Board Broadband meeting, and then Friday on the 18th, don't forget, it's the Bite of Shelton. So hit the streets of Shelton and support all of our local vendors and eat some amazing food. And then we're back here for Monday at briefing on the 21st, which is also Will Johnson's birthday. Don't forget.
When?
The 21st. All right. Anything else?
I may show up for the Fire 12 games. North Mesa Community Voice, I haven't seen the show. I may show up just so I could watch
That's
that.
pretty
Board of Health I didn't mention, and Bite of Shelton I intend to.
And I don't have the Board of Health meeting on
I didn't
my
either.
calendar, so we'll have to check with Dave
Yeah.
and find out.
I'll get that on your calendar.
Is it for sure? Huh, how about that?
Yeah, well, I have extra ones that show up for the Board of Health, so I don't know which ones are real until somebody says it.
Yeah, it all
That's the
works.
problem with being on a committee for 13 years. There's a lot of stuff on the calendar that just ain't so.
All right, having gone through all of our agenda, we are now at the end. Can I have a
Madam Chair?
motion?
Madam Chair, I move we adjourn.
Second.
All right, we are adjourned. Thank you, everyone.